I know you can radically transform your life if you understand what I'm about to share with you in this video. You are a concoction of what's going on in your subconscious mind. And when you can shift what's going on in your subconscious mind, you can really start perceiving reality in a completely new way and radically transform your life. When you understand what I'm about to share with you in this video, your life will magically transform, and you'll take your life, your business, your career, your love, your health, and all of these things to a whole new level. Let's get started. Hey superstar, my name's Gavin Stevenson from Wake Up Fulfilled. I'm a subconscious mind specialist. I help people reprogram their subconscious identity, their subconscious personality, so that they can create the reality that they want automatically. Leave a comment below with an affirmation or affirmation that you're continually reprogramming your subconscious mind with my videos. And I offer a free subconscious mind diagnosis session with my head coach, Jaden Johnson, that you can get at neutralityshifting.com. There'll be a link in the description so you can find out what's going on inside your subconscious mind. So your image of reality is going to affect how you see reality. So your current level of belief is dictating what you're seeing in reality. Okay, so I want you to know, if it's happiness, you want happiness, your current level of belief is not allowing more happiness. If it's more love, you want more love, your current level of love is not allowing more love. If it's more money, you want more money, your current level of belief around money is not allowing more money in your life. Okay, the image that you have in your mind, the image you have is actually dictating how much success you can have and how much progress you can make. Even beliefs about yourself, self-belief, self-worth, guilt that you're holding on to the past, shame, anxiety. All of these are images or imprints in the subconscious mind that's causing a behavior and an action and a response in your body. And as you change the image in your mind, you change what you see in the external reality. You change what you see in your body, you change what you feel. And this will radically shift everything for you because, again, your current level of belief and what you want are at two different levels. And so you're trying to strive and make this happen, but you're operating here on an image level, on a subconscious level. And so it's important for you to understand this very powerful pyramid that I'm about to share with you, because then you'll see that you can actually create success automatically, that you don't have to push and use willpower. You can actually change the images in your mind. You can change the way you perceive yourself. You can change the way you perceive reality. You can change the way you perceive anything. And as you begin to change the way you perceive the things that you are wanting, it becomes more automatic for you to go ahead and achieve those things. It's not a willpower, it's not a push, it's not a hustle, it's not a grind. And I always knew this intuitively, and I really struggled with people saying that I need to hustle, I need to grind. And I would go out and I would do that. I would go and hustle and grind and try and make it happen. But then I felt like I was always beating myself up. It didn't feel healthy. There was a lot of resistance against it. And so I was trying to be a successful entrepreneur. I was trying to make things happen, but it was a grind. And so when I got to the success and I had more money, I didn't feel like doing it again because it was hard work. And this is why we have to be careful around the word hard work, because it implies that it's hard. And you have to do it hard, and you have to, make it hard. When in actuality, it can be easy work. It can be flow. It could be passionate. It could be purpose. It could be non-resistant. It could be an emptiness. It could be excitement. It could be joy. These are all different perspectives of how you can approach taking action and achieving more success in your life. However, we've been taught mainly hard work, hard work. Now, in some way, shape or form, I do believe in hard work, but my coin to that, my perception on that is more about finding the passion so that you work hard naturally rather than forcing yourself to work hard, where you can't help but work hard. Like, say you fall in love with someone, it's like you automatically want to be nicer and, you act differently. It's automatic. It's not a willpower. It's not a force. It's not a push. It's something that you want to do rather than something that you're trying to do or make happen. And that's how you want your success to be. That's how you want your relationship to be, your health, your fitness, eating a specific diet, growing and expanding. It should be easy for you. But it can only be easy if you have images, subconscious imprints that are in alignment with that, so it becomes automatic. So let's talk about it. thoughts and emotions are at the bottom of the pyramid. And you'll see a lot of people talk about positive thinking positive. I don't necessarily believe 100% in positive thinking. I believe in awareness, because awareness is who you truly are. Awareness is realizing that your ego functions in duality. Your ego understands positive and negative, good, bad, God, evil, up, down, left, right, understands polarity. Your awareness is non-dualistic, non-duality. It's beyond duality, it's beyond this dimension. It's just pure love. It's just love. There's no opposite. It's just love. It just is. And when you step into awareness, you can see your good thoughts and be like, oh, I'm thinking positive right now. You can see negative thoughts. Oh, I'm thinking negative right now. But you're non-judgmental because you're just love. And so you look at the love, you look at the bad as love, and you look at the good as love. And so when you're in this space and you're in this energy, you don't need to positive thinking, because you're just aware of the ego. You're just aware of that it thinks positive sometimes it thinks negative. And you've sort of disassociated from the ego, and you have the power now to deconstruct and reconstruct the ego character that you're playing out, and design it in a way where it's acting out and playing out a role which leads to where you want it to be. My suggestion is that you align the ego towards a higher power. That's my suggestion. But obviously you can align it whatever you have free will, you can align it to whatever you want it to be. When you align it with a higher power and you're working with a higher power and you're working with the higher forces, now you're living a more fulfilling life. You're living a life in a way of harmony and love and compassion. And so you change your subconscious programs to be in alignment with love, to be in alignment with a higher power. And it just radically changes your life. It gives you a lot of fulfillment and inner peace. One of the most powerful things that I've experienced along my personal development journey, I've been doing personal development since I was age 11. So I've been in the game for a long time, and I've seen a lot of things. And I understand that when you take something like ayahuasca, you really get to see the truth of our reality, and you get to realize that it's just love. Okay? And so thoughts and emotions are great, and we can actually use thoughts and emotions in meditation, and we can get into this very empty space and stuff like this. Dr. Joe Dispenza has really powerful meditations, and he gets you to this empty space of awareness. Okay? And when you get to that empty space of awareness, you can actually go ahead and reprogram yourself. Now, thoughts and emotions are what I believe get in the way. I believe thoughts and emotions are who we think we are, but it's not who we truly are. Okay? And we associate with them so much that we are stuck in this illusion, we are stuck in the third dimension, and we're not really understanding that there's more to us than our thoughts and emotions. So focusing on this and trying to change your thoughts and emotions, you have around 70,000 thoughts per day. It's really hard to change all of those thoughts, and so you have to find a way to get beyond that. Okay? So a way to get beyond that is to look at the belief level, your beliefs. Now, beliefs are really powerful, but again, we still have thousands of beliefs, different beliefs around different things. And beliefs come from our upbringing and the way we was brought up and the things that happened to us in the past. And the way your family brought you up, your teachers at school, the kids that you were surrounded by at school. It dictates your beliefs around people. Even your culture, the color of your skin is going to dictate how you perceive a different race. And so these are all beliefs, BS, belief systems, right? Belief systems are not truly who you are. Again, this is a construct of the ego and what you've learned from the reality. But the reality hasn't been a projection of operating from love, like I said, from an awareness. And so you've been programmed in a certain way to believe about life. But that's not who you truly are. So we have to go a step above that. All right, the step above that is the values. Your values is what's most important to you. And your value is going to dictate what you see via the reticular activating system. The reticular activating system, also known as the RAS, is your mind's filter. And what it does is it interprets how it interprets and filters out more of what's important to you. So if money is really important to you and you go to the mall, you're going to see and think of all the different transactions that's going on in the mall right now. You're going to see how a company's making money and how they could make more. Or, ideas and opportunities are coming up in your mind as you walk through the mall. Whereas someone else who values love and family, when they're walking through the mall, all they see is the kids store. All they see is nappies and Pampers and, kids' clothes, etc. That's what they see because that's what they value. They don't see the money stuff that you see or whatever it is, okay? Because it's two separate values, important. And the values there's a list of values that everyone has, all right? Subconscious priorities. And so if someone values love first, success second, and then at the bottom is health, they're not going to treat health as well as the top priority. And so everyone has a different organization or priorities in terms of their values. Values are very powerful in shifting your reality because now you start seeing reality differently. However, if we go a step above that, we got the identity level, okay? Now, this is where you hold the main image of your reality. And when you shift your identity, you shift your values, your beliefs, your thoughts and emotions automatically. Because you're tapping into the core of the ego. You're tapping into the core of the subconscious mind. And as you begin to tap into the core of the subconscious mind, you start perceiving things differently because the image that you had before no longer exists, and you've implanted a new image, a new perspective from an identity level. And so your identity dictates, hey, being successful is totally normal. Oops, dropped my pen there. Here's another one. And so when you can change your subconscious identity, your whole image of reality begins to change. And now when bad things happen in the world, or this breakup happens, or this goes wrong, or whatever it is, you're living from a specific identity. I've programmed my identity to the point that external circumstances can't dictate how I feel. I get to project how I feel onto reality. Now, obviously, there's some things that can happen externally that's going to affect me, but I'm not going to let it infect me. So I'm not allowing it to infect the ego. When I say me, I'm talking about the ego. But I also know the true me is I'm the awareness of the ego. And so it doesn't infect me. And so I'm becoming aware of the identity. I'm becoming aware of the character that I'm playing out in this reality. And I get to construct and heal the ego so that it's in alignment with love and source and a higher power and abundance and joy and fulfillment and success and love and prosperity and all of this great stuff. So the identity, the images that you have in your identity is going to dictate your reality. And it's funny that the word reality has the word real in it, because it's not actually real. Your reality is not real. Your reality is a construction of what you have in your identity. For example, if you believe that money is hard to come by on an identity level, that's what you're going to continue to see in your reality. Not only for yourself and your own experiences with money, but you're going to see it in other people. So it then reconfirms, because it's important to you on a values level, right? On the values level, it's important to you. And so it's going to confirm to you that actually you're right, that it's hard, money's hard to come by. And so now you construct belief systems that money's hard to come by, and your thoughts and emotions are in alignment with money's hard to come by. However, if on an identity level, money was easy to come by, it's normal for me to have an abundance of money. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. Money's not on a pedestal on your identity level. You see yourself as a six-figure earner. You see yourself as a multi-millionaire. You're going to see this in your reality. You're going to start seeing millionaires. You're going to start seeing six-figure earners. Maybe they're even your friends because it's your identity. Okay, even if you're not there physically or materialistically there yet, you show up in a way which attracts those millionaires and six-figure earners to you. And so your values are corresponding with who you are rather than what you want, because a lot of people go after what they want and they're trying to manifest what they want. But what I'm saying here is make it automatic on an identity level so that it changes your values and you say money's normal. And so you see the people, you see the circumstances, you see the events, and then also it confirms to you that it's okay to have a lot of money, and you start seeing a lot of money showing up in your life, and it reconfirms in the belief systems that actually this is true. And as you get that confirmation, your thoughts and emotions start to change towards money. And as your thoughts and emotions change towards money, you start making more money. So it's never in a cycle. So it feeds the identity, it feeds the values, so you start seeing it more. It feeds the belief systems, and it feeds the thoughts and emotions. You see how that works? So it comes down from here, and then it goes back around, okay? And it just goes round that constant cycle, okay? Down and around, down and around. And so that's why we have to focus on an identity level. What does your personality say? What is your personality? Identity can also be called a personality. What does your personality say about money? Okay, how has your personality been in the past around money, or success, or happiness, or love, or whatever it is? How do you act out? Now, I've been told that, being an Aries, by an astrologist, Aries act in a particular way. But when they read my chart, and then they, you can do a natal chart in astrology. Your personality is within your natal chart. And so when this person was examining who I am versus what's on the chart, I'm completely different from what's in my chart, because I've done a lot of work on myself and I've changed my identity, my values. So in astrology, you can get your personality and see your personality in astrology, but that's not who you're fixed at. You're not fixed like that. Okay, that's just the ego. Right? You can change and can reconstruct the ego on an identity level, and then you start acting differently. Even with a personality test, you can find out your personality and you can change who you are and then operate from a different personality. Maybe become more extroverted, maybe become more of an action taker, or whatever it is. You can change that. And so when it comes to shifting yourself, it's important to shift on this level and get to the core of who you are. How do you do that? Right? You need to zoom out. You need to disassociate from the ego and become the awareness, and realizing that you are impressing upon the ego. And the ego is going to fight back because it's comfortable with where it's at. It's comfortable being that character. And so when you try to change it, it's going to fight you. And so what you have to do is communicate with the ego and ask it questions, and question it and question it and question it. And when you question it, it can see different perspectives and different ways of looking at things, and then it starts to deconstruct, and then you can reconstruct after that. So I always tell people to deprogram before you reprogram. Unlearn before you learn in terms of the subconscious. And so the key thing with the identity level, again, is to step back and become aware of the ego. And as you become aware of the ego, you're going to question your beliefs or your identity around money. You're going to question your beliefs or identity around wealth, joy, abundance, all of these different things. And as you begin to question these things, you begin to break down the belief, and then you can let that thing go, and then you can bring in the new. Okay, you see how that works? All right, so begin applying that in your life. Go into a meditative state, relax your being, and become the awareness of your values, your beliefs, your thoughts and emotions. And as you become aware of these things, you're realizing, hey, that's not me. And as you become aware of that's not me, now you're like, okay, I want to add this skill set, I want to add this mindset, I want to add this value, I want to do this. And you can begin visualizing the way you would prefer to be, acting a certain way, believing a certain way, feeling a certain way. And this is going to reconstruct the identity level, the personality level, who you are. And it's really going to shift your reality and take it to a whole new level. So your image of reality begins to change and you start seeing things differently. Now, if you would like help with this one-on-one, we offer a free subconscious mind diagnosis session with my head coach, Jaden Johnson. Spots do fill up fast, But you can go to neutralityshifting.com. There'll be a link in the description, neutralityshifting.com, and you can register for a free subconscious diagnosis session where we find out what's going on within your subconscious mind and what's holding you back from getting to that next level in life, in business, in career, in health and love, and much more. Okay, so go ahead and do that now. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.